Rebound Smith. Clears now for Bryce Lindsey. 12.5 to go, second half. Duke's down by 9. Lindsey takes a right wing three. Swish! Lind sanity continues. Noah Williams probing left elbow. Cross court pass. Freeman. Short corner Jay while falling away is good. On the baseline from 15 feet. Swag Freeman. He's got 14 points. Brown draws a crowd. Kick out straight on three. It's open for Anderson. Not enough on it. Long juicy rebound. Ricks goes to the rack and throws it down. He is cleared for takeoff, and he has a thunderous jam to give James Madison an 86-68 advantage with under 4 to play. Kick, right side Brown, handoff Lindsey, takes the three and sinks it. Bryce Lindsey is going bonkers here from Daytona Beach. He is 10 for 10. He's got 26 points, and James Madison leads by 11.
Cameron Brown, he's got some shimmy to him, and he's blocked away. Ames with a paste on the backboard. Rhodey dashes into the paint. Kofi, McNeely, and Power lines it up and buries it. Here he is again. That's steal number 4. Look out. Oh, he fumbled it initially. Oh, now he goes with the reverse. Oh, man, that's some special stuff.
Bickerstaff lasers it down low. Wooden back to Bickerstaff on a kick. Friedel, the step back three is on the way. It's money.
The hedge works again for the Cavs. Disruption and a steal. McNeely dishes ahead. Done on a trampoline.
We've played nearly 25 minutes of today's basketball game, and still no Duke is in double-figure scoring. It's been a struggle for James Madison offensively. The Dukes are shooting just 30%, and they're down by 12 against UC San Diego, 42-30, with 15-17 remaining in the second half. F&M Bank remains more committed than ever to the success of the agriculture industry, small business ventures, and the nonprofit sector. Community is one of the company's core values and drives F&M Bank's corporate philanthropy, volunteerism, and decision-making. Since 1908, F&M has been dedicated to prospering Virginia's economy and remains committed to being your community bank. Go Dukes! Tritons with the basketball in the right end against the James Madison man-to-man. Justin Rochelin has checked in for UC San Diego, and a foul is whistled on the perimeter on James Madison. It's a hold on Swag Freeman. So for Mark, that's his second personal and the third team foul on James Madison with 15:04 to go in the second half. Freeman, Lindsey, Smith, Anderson, and Ricks for JMU. Ricks has 7 points for the Dukes. That tops the team. Maximo Milovic is also in and sets a moving screen at the top of the arc. He tried to pry free Magai, but he was moving. And so UC San Diego is back on defense to our left. And let's find out if James Madison can get that ball movement going. It's something Coach Spradlin talked about, especially after the loss to Norfolk State a couple of Saturdays ago. As he says, the ball's got to get cooking. Lindsey on the right wing. Pick and pop Anderson straight away. Moves towards the left wing. Back to Lindsey. In and out dribble. Bryce on a step back three from the left wing. Swish! Bryce Lindsey is a microwave off the bench. 42-33. James Madison trims the deficit down to 9. 14:30 to go, second half. Magai off the dribble handoff. Back to Milovic, right wing. Stops, looks around, pivots, deals it back straight away. It's Gray. Left side Howell. Milovic another screen. Howell uses it. In between the legs dribble. At the free throw line. Snaking to the right block. Lefty shot no. Whistle and a loose ball foul on UC San Diego. It's on Milovic with 14:08 to go in the second half. 42-33 UC San Diego. And the third team foul on the Tritons. So James Madison gains possession back. Freeman on the left wing, Anderson the screen. Pass towards the right wing, it's Eddie Ricks. Looking up at his options, back to Freeman straight away. Lindsey turns on the Jets, doubled in the short corner. Bounce pass Anderson left wing, hand off Lindsey, right-handed dribble, shot clock at 10, another step back Jay. Bryce Lindsey, he got it to go! 11 points for Bryce Lindsey. 13:40 to go, second half. Dukes down by 6. 42-36 UC San Diego. Howell lines up the triple. He sinks it. Chris Howell has made an offensive impact today. He's got 7 and averages 4 per game. 45-36, UC San Diego's lead back to 9. 13:20 to go, second half. Lindsay, pump fake, left wing. Now he gives. Anderson on the short corner, backing down, spins, doubled, cross-court pass, Ricks gliding to the rim, bumped and fouled. Chris Howell called for the block with the body. 4 team fouls on UC San Diego, and the clock stops with 13 minutes and 7 seconds to go here from the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach. James Madison down 45-36. Howell and Magai are out. Burke and Tate Jones return for Coach Eric Olin, the 2024 Big West Coach of the Year, a team that last season won 21 games, but ineligible for both the Big West and NCAA tournaments in their 4th and final year transitioning to D1. Now they're a fully fledged D1 member. Lindsay arcs an inbounds pass from the baseline, left wing for Swag Freeman. Defended here by Burke. Anderson the screen, Freeman left alone, uncorks the tray and misses. Long rebound off the deflection. Kapich picks it up off the ground. UC San Diego from left to right. Gray passes up top, Tate Jones. Isolated on Luke Anderson, but Tate Jones does not want to take the shot. Instead swings it to Gray, back to Kapich, right wing, straight up top, good ball movement here. Burke to the right wing, driving the baseline. Tate Jones on the hesitation, reverse layup over Anderson, missed. Rebound Smith, clears now for Bryce Lindsay. 12.5 to go, second half, Duke's down by 9. Lindsay takes a right wing 3, swish! Lind sanity continues! 14 points for Bryce Lindsay. 45-39 UC San Diego. 12:15 to go, second half. Bench is alive for JMU. When you need a bucket, you just go to Bryce. And a foul off the ball. It is on JMU. And it's on Luke Anderson. His second, 4th on JMU with 12:06 to play. Xavier Brown, Noah Williams are in for Coach P. Ricks and Freeman out. So those two guys joining Anderson, Smith, and Lindsay. So Bryce Lindsay, over the last 2 days, has combined for 42 points, 23 of which coming in the first half yesterday against UIC. Tate Jones, baseline out of bounds play. Inbounds, Rochelin going up, blocked inside. A.J. Smith with the rejection, whistle, and they're going to stay right here. The initial signal was a foul on UC San Diego, but they corrected it. It's on JMU, and it's a shove on Noah Williams. 5th team foul on James Madison, 12:01 to play. Duke's down by 6 on defense. Tate Jones, far side of the baseline to our right. Rainbows a pass, front court left for Kapich, and gives it straight away for Gray. Down the left alley, Gray waits, goes up, scores, and one. Got the contact on the right hip, and he can complete a 3-point play when we return. Xavier Brown called for the foul, his second. 11:53 to go, second half. 47-39, UC San Diego over James Madison, and the Tritons can extend their lead. You're listening to JMU Men's Basketball on the Morris Insurance and Financial JMU Radio Network.
The Cavaliers fans had to wait an extra 48 hours, but the juice, the energy, it is palpable here inside of John Paul Jones Arena. And through 20 minutes, the host Hoos with a 9-point lead over the Campbell Camels. With Mac McCarthy, Corey Spector with you. Thanks so much for being with us on your hump day here on Wednesday. Camels inside JPJ. Mac, what were some of your takeaways of the first half?
Well, we talked about Virginia's offense being a little bit more proactive in seeking out early shots, regardless of the shot clock, maybe not as much mover blocker. We showed you some ball screen action. We showed you some open middle back cuts. But again, the defense is why they're winning. They shot a really good percentage, 64%. Campbell only 40%. And we mentioned they're a good offensive team.
And if the Camels want to stay within an arm's length of UVA, what needs to happen here in the second half?
Execute. They've got to play together. They're not going to beat Virginia one-on-one.
Starters back out there for both squads. Corner 3, Dorsey off the mark. And off the deflection, here is Isaac McNeely, who had 5 points in the first half. Cavaliers led by Jacob Kofi, the freshman, with 10.
And Virginia really shared the ball handling duties, but Rhodey did a good job. 4 assists in 16 minutes, took care of the basketball.
Elijah Saunders, nicely done on the teardrop.
Nice size advantage right there. Dorsey only 6'5". Saunders laughing as he goes back down to court. He enjoyed that little one-on-one move.
Hey, what's the potential of this Cavaliers big lineup this year?
Well, I think it's really important because, Coach Sanchez talked about rebounding and the importance of that. It gives you that, plus contesting shots. I just think they really have a lot of different weapons.
Well, because of all of that size, the Camels only with 9 rebounds so far in the game. The Cavaliers now with 17.
And the rebounds were tied at 9-9, and the Cavaliers got the next 6.
Camels at 1-0 on the season, beat D3 Pfeiffer on Monday, 96-49. A Camels team that was picked 13th out of 14 in the CAA preseason poll, but a lot of transfers augmenting this roster for Coach McGeehan this year. Off the screen, Gregory looking for an option. It's Vander Heiden who hoists and nails.
The honcho.
You know what this Camels offense reminds me of, Mac? You go back to the old Chicago Bulls with Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah. They played a lot out of the 5 in that offense, and the Camels do the exact same. I know Joakim Noah didn't take a 3 like Vander Heiden did, but similar.
You're showing your youth. The old Bulls.
The old Bulls.
I think the old Bulls might be Jordan and Pippen. Where you get the ball, get 2 on the ball, kick it out. Vander Heiden doing what he was brought there to do. Offense flowing through him.
You thought I'd bring out Artis Gilmore when I said old Bulls?
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure about Derrick Rose, though.
He just retired. Come on. 39-29, UVA over Campbell. Gregory couldn't snare the pass there from Vander Heiden. Again, it's 23 in black with the ball, a whole bunch for Coach McGeehan's team. Buchanan makes a tough contested catch and fouled going up.
Buchanan is being a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end, too. You've seen him put the ball on the floor. You've seen him make some nice passes, and this time he gets to go to the free throw line.
If he is to make a massive jump from year 1 to year 2, what are some of the things he needs to do?
Well, he's doing the one thing. He's already getting bigger and stronger. You can see a difference in him already. And the next is consistency and being able to, he can step out and shoot the basketball, and we haven't really seen much of that. I don't mean the 3 necessarily, but step up to the free throw line.
Here's our Week 11 ACC Network football lineup. It begins Friday night with a matchup of 4-4 teams at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Cal taking on Wake Forest. And Saturday, NC State hosts Duke and Raleigh at 3:30 Eastern, followed by number 23 Pitt and Virginia at 8. Each game is also available on the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. Cavs by a dozen. Jason Sinani, the one returner in the starting lineup this season. He was the small forward to begin last year, but moved to the point guard spot, giving a breather to Anthony Del Orso, who transferred to Arizona.
And Sinani has struggled tonight. He's a much better player than you're seeing. He is scoreless and has turned the ball over several times, too, including that last possession.
He's played the most minutes of any Camel, 21. And no Camel played over 20 minutes in the game against Pfeiffer on Monday. They got a lot of bodies in, 13 in the first half. And now taking on this Cavaliers team that they've never faced before. Saunders featured early and often here in the second half, but can't get by Dugan and gives it away. There is Sinani. You can see him with the bright pink sneakers. No shot here. Foul on UVA.
Yeah, Saunders got stifled at the other end by Dugan. He couldn't make that one-on-one move he did the time before. Watch the body right here. And then the steal. Sinani going the other way, and the foul on Rhodey.
That's the second on Rhodey. Get it in for Vander Heiden.
Rhodey kind of keeps the offense flowing. like I said, even though he hadn't been really productive from a point standpoint, he does have 4 assists, and I thought the offense flowed when he was at the point guard spot.
Well, they don't have Elijah Gertrude, who suffered an accident on a scooter in the offseason. He's done for the season. Reese Beekman, of course, has gone on to the NBA, signing a 2-way deal with the Golden State Warriors. So Andrew Rohde is going to have the ball a whole lot here in 2024-25.
And I feel good about that if I'm the Virginia coaches. I think he really can handle that position.
The former Tommy of St. Thomas, Summit League Freshman of the Year a couple of years ago, now in year 2 with the Hoos. Gregory, who is stronger than he appears, and a loose ball foul will stay here.
Hey, Gregory didn't get much going in the first half either. He's a talented guy that they're really counting on. He made 1 3 in that first half. He should be a consistent double-figure scorer for Coach McGee.
Comes in from St. Francis. He had 15 points in a game against Ohio State, his 9th ever game of college.
And there goes Sinani, and he's a guy that you don't want to let him get going.
Now Camels are using some extra pressure. Oh, Saunders just palming it in. He got way above the rim.
Right through all the contact from Vander Heyden.
Saunders at the line for 1 shot.
That's why the coaches were so excited about Mr. Saunders.
Well, he's a guy who you would normally slate as a stretch 4 in today's college basketball. But if he's your 3 in some lineups, that's a lot of beef and a lot of strength.
Yeah, when you go in there with Power, Saunders, and Buchanan in the starting lineup, he's going to be bigger and stronger than almost all the 3 men he's going to play against.
Frank showing off the moves. Dugan as the shot clock is winding down, and there is Saunders on a trampoline.
Yeah, that was a good possession for Campbell. But again, Virginia coming down with the rebound, not allowing any second shots.
Timer down to single digits. McNeely wants the ISO against Dorsey. McNeely rifles one to the far side, and here is the floater from Saunders. Front rim and off. Camels down to 39% from the field. Kofi couldn't come up with it. Frank takes the 3. Nylon.
I think the play for Coach McGee, you've got to be able to shoot the 3.
9 for 18 from beyond the arc tonight for the Camels.
Tell us Frank's son.
Played for Western Kentucky way back when. Frank draws a crowd. Gregory inches closer for the Camels.
Hanging around. A really nice play right there. Ball into the paint, out for the 3.
Mac, I go back to the comments from Coach McGeehan during our meeting last week. We have more talent in our gym than people realize.
Yeah, and coaches don't talk like that.
Yeah. And it's the season of optimism for everybody. As McNeely uncorks, pinballs out, Sinani is there. But there is a confidence about this Camel squad this season, off 3 straight 8-win records in conference play, but they think they can take a significant jump.
Yeah, and I agree.
Dugan ready to shoot, offers it up for Dorsey.
Dorsey, such a quick release.
Started his career at New Mexico, then a couple of years at Holy Cross. Saunders wants to go to work. Offensive foul. How about the play from Dorsey?